Hey, this is Seth from Rad Distribution, and I am here at Winter NAMM 2019 showing off our new line of CLA 10A monitors. So in June 2018, a couple months ago, we released the CLA 10s passive studio monitors. Thanks to all of you out there, it has very quickly became the #1 selling passive studio monitor in the world. Now, a very natural evolution of the concept was a lot of people needed a power amp to pair with those, so we released the CLA 200. That is fairly different than what you see a lot of the time when it comes to power amps right now, in that it's not the typical Class D, lightweight, running cool amp that you see, but more like the Class AB, heavy, hot amp that you saw of yesteryear. You know, we wanted to make a classically designed, very old-styled sounding amp that, you know, was the typical, the design, the manufacturing techniques of that of the 80s. And we figured that because the original monitors, the black box with the white cones that they're based off of, you know, originally were designed using Class AB heavy boat anchors. You know, we decided that would be the perfect type of amp for us to design to pair with it. And we got a amp that just sounds really beefy and powerful, and it's got plenty of headroom to spare, and it's just a perfect match for the CLA 10s. And you're looking at 200 watts per side at 8 ohms RMS, and it really just drives the CLA 10s beautifully and has plenty of headroom, so you get plenty of volume with very, very low distortion. Now finally, for this show, we got what is by far the most requested item we've ever had, and we were already working on it, laughing to ourselves every time when we received this request, and that is the CLA 10As, and that is a CLA 10 with a built-in Class AB amp. That was a studio monitor that we know that was very requested. People, you know, like the design of the CLA 10s, but the actual workflow of them isn't for everybody. A lot of studios are designed more for, you know, a setup where the power's inside the amp, inside the monitor itself. So we got two different versions of CLA 10s, one with the power outside if you were to get the CLA 200, and you got one with the power inside with the power amp built into it. Both Class AB amps, both of them are hot, both of them are, you know, that Class AB amp, it's hot, it's heavy, and it sounds awesome. Now, one thing that we get asked on a daily basis is what version of the CLA 10 is it based on? And we very, very proudly now can say it's based on all of them. The CLA 10A has what we refer to as the VTPC, or variable tissue paper control. And what that is that's an EQ circuit on the tweeter alone. So if you are trying to simulate the sound of the original verticals, you're able to dial in the tweeter to the vertical tweeter level of high end. If you have the horizontals, you can dial it back and you can simulate the sound of the horizontals. You could actually push it forward and boost the tweeter more than it ever, you know, so it's brighter than it's ever been before, or you can actually pull it back as well and have a smoother, you know, black box with a white cone monitor than was ever available before. Now these are shipping in late March, early April, and they'll be mapping for $9.99 for the pair, and we want you to check them out. You know, we appreciate it, and thanks to Ask.Audio for coming to the booth and looking at these.